or let's be real, you're on it right now. All right, so a good amount of us. So generally college students, their cell phones are an extension of who they are, and it's a big part of our lives. So while there's a lot of positive effects that have come with cell phones, there's a lot of detrimental negative side effects that have come along with them too. And we're the first teen generation that scientists have really been able to study to see the effects of cell phone use. So one of those really negative effects that has come from cell phones is cell phone addiction. In an article titled Cell Phone Addiction, published in 2016, De Sola Gutierrez compares cell phone addiction to tobacco use, alcoholism, and even gambling. In the study he did of 10,000 students, 36% of students experienced withdrawals, just like a drug addict would when their cell phones were taken away. So I'm going to talk about cell phone use and how it's linked to addiction and depression and what leads to those things, and also how these side effects differs between males and females. So why are we addicted? In a 2014 study titled The Invisible Addiction, J.A. Roberts and his colleagues did some research that suggested that we don't even realize our dependence on cell phones, and that's why they call it the invisible addiction. So what causes us to be so addicted? A lot of it is due to positive and negative reinforcement that we get from our cell phones. So an example of positive reinforcement would be like getting a funny text or a video from a friend or being tagged in something on social media that makes you laugh. And when we experience something that we enjoy, we want to experience those feelings again, just like animals when you reward them with a treat. So that gives us kind of a comfort, and we want to pull out our cell phone and feel those feelings of happiness again. An example of negative reinforcement would be if you're in an awkward social situation or you're trying to avoid a conversation, so you pull out your phone, you pretend to send a text or be on a call or even just stare at your home screen because you don't want to talk to someone, which I'm definitely guilty of. But that's an example of negative reinforcement, so something that's not exactly healthy for us, but we do it anyway, and it gives us that comfort and makes us want to be on our phone. So depression, anxiety, a lack of self-control, low self-sufficiency, and low self-esteem were all side effects discussed in an article by A. Gassenpour and his colleagues in the 2015 article, Predicting Student Addiction to Cell Phones. They found that there's been a 60% increase in teen depression between 2010 and 2016, which they contribute to cell phone use and the rise in technology. And in a 2009 study titled Factors Associated with Cell Phone Use in Adolescence by Sanchez Martinez, he found a correlation between school failure, smoking tobacco, smoking marijuana, and drug use, all correlated with how much you use your cell phone. Another big factor leading to depression and poor mental health is late-night phone use. So this can cause sleep disturbance, and cell phones harm our sleep and our mental health. In a 2018 article, Sleep Deprivation and Cell Phone Use Among Teens, R. Preedy and her colleagues talk about how late-night texting and calling not only keeps you up later than you want, but also leads to poor quality sleep, and this can then decline in your mental health state and hurt your schoolwork and things like that when you're not getting a good 8 hours of sleep. So another important part of teenagers is our brain, which is developing. So this part, highlighted in red, is called our prefrontal cortex. So this is critical for focus, interpreting human emotion, and it doesn't fully develop until our mid-20s. So it's really important that now we're training this part of our brain not to be easily distracted. So because of cell phones, scientists have found that when we get older in our mid-20s, we're a lot more likely to be easily distracted, and we're a lot less sensitive to the emotions of others because we're not training this part of our brain as well due to cell phones. So another interesting thing is how cell phone use affects different demographics differently. In a study by H. Gesser, published by online publications called Are Girls Even More Addicted?, they found that females in their 20s were 3 times more likely to agree with the statement, "I cannot imagine life without my cell phone," than boys were. So here in this Venn diagram, you can see that females are more likely to use social applications than males are. They use their cell phones mostly for keeping in contact and maintaining relationships. And males really still do have their texting and calling, more likely to use their cell phone for games. A study also found that females are more likely to have lengthier, more emotional conversations on the phone that last a long time, and males are more likely to have short, informative conversations just multiple times. So some of the negative effects that affect females is chronic stress, depression, and lack of emotional stability from cell phone abuse. A lot of people point the lack of emotional stability to social media and say how media affects women and how we see other people online and how that can hurt our stability. For males, a study found that cell phone abuse in males was directly correlated with tobacco use. One other thing that both males and females can get from a lot of cell phone use is something called phantom vibration syndrome. I've experienced this. It's when your phone is in your pocket or even on your desk and you think you feel it vibrate, so you take it out to see if you got a notification and there's nothing there. And scientists say that they're not really sure why this happens, but they think it's because we'll feel like a tug in our clothes or something that makes us think, oh, our phone vibrated. And it's again with that positive reinforcement because we want to feel a vibration and feel like someone's talking to us. We pull it out, so we want to see if we actually did get a notification. So unfortunately, these statistics aren't improving. In a 2008 study titled Cell Phone Addiction, Roger Green reveals some scary statistics. 10 is now the average age at which a child now receives his or her first smartphone, which, just to put in perspective, is a 5th grader. I don't know when you guys got your first cell phone, I was an 8th grader, so that age just keeps getting pushed farther and farther back. Another crazy stat is that 39% of kids with internet access have social media by age 11. So that means that 5th and 6th graders are having their Instagram accounts and Snapchat. So I think it's really important that we all are aware of how much we're actually on our phone because it really is invisible addiction. So check your screen time just so you're aware of it yourself, because I think that's an important first step, is just to be aware of how much you're actually on your phone. So if you guys all want, you could take out your cell phone right now and look at how much time you actually do spend on your phone and on each application. On an iPhone, you can go into settings, look at screen time or battery, and that second screenshot there, you click on battery. It'll show you graphs and even like break down how much time you're spending on each app. If you're on an Android, you can pull down quick settings, tap battery, and then tap screen, and it'll also tell you how much time you've been spending on your phone. But I think it's really important just to be aware and not to become addicted to our cell phones.
Okay, Kelsey, based on your research, what did you find that was most compelling and shocking?
I think the craziest part to me was how much earlier kids are starting to get social media now. Like even like infants on like iPads playing games and things like that. It's just crazy because that's not something even really we had as children. Like we had computers, but like now with tablets and all the things that they're making for infants on technology is crazy.
Yeah. All right. How do you feel like this speech went for you?
Pretty good. I think I needed to conclude a little bit better, but other than that, I felt good. It was an interesting topic to me, so I'm on my phone a lot. So. Yeah.
Yeah. And as you go into finals, look at that. Yeah. Say, okay, I spent 3 hours on social media.
Yeah. It tells you like on the screen time too how many times you picked up your phone, and it, like on average in an hour in a day, which was really scary. Like I don't like looking at that number.
Yeah, okay. All right. Audience, teammates, if you could please offer some